Alright guys, grab you some chimichangas because today we're going to be talking about the Deadpool Samurai manga. Volume 1 came out earlier this year, Volume 2 just came out this month.
Time to make the chimmy fucking changa.
And I have to tell you guys, this is some of the most hilarious comic slash manga writing I've ever seen, and some fantastic artwork to go along with it. So what we're going to do is talk a little bit about my thoughts on the story, a little bit of review, and I'm going to show you guys actually what it's like, the artwork itself, what it looks like, kind of how it read, so that if you are a comic book fan, maybe slightly remotely interested in manga for the first time, this right here, actually this one, would be a perfect place to start because it's familiar and you get a lot of really new characters that I think you'll enjoy. So what exactly is Deadpool Samurai? So Deadpool Samurai is basically a manga where Deadpool goes to Japan because he is now part of the Avengers. He meets a couple of new characters that we've never met before, a spider character, and then also a symbiote character. And you get some familiar faces that show up too, like Iron Man, the Hulk, Loki, Thanos. And then you get some exposure into some of the manga world, right? So you get some characters like All Might showing up. And if you're not familiar with who that is, well, he is the, I would say the second main character when it comes to My Hero Academia. A very popular manga, one that I have the entire run up over here so far. I've loved it. But with that being said, it is drawn in the manga style. It is black and white. You do read it right to left. But it does definitely, in a true Deadpool fashion, have self-awareness to that, right? It understands when it's doing something super comic book tropey or manga tropey, plays on a lot of those things, but then it also plays on a lot of comic book humor as well. And it is, quite frankly, without a doubt, hilarious, okay? There were several times where I was reading through both of these volumes where I was literally sitting there reading, laughing, and I realized I'm laughing out loud, which isn't something me personally I do because, well, I'm very dry and, you know, it just, I'll laugh in my head, but I was legitimately laughing out loud for this. So the premise of this, Deadpool goes to Japan. He's now part of the new Avenger team, and Tony Stark's offering him a bunch of money, so he goes and he starts fighting with Loki, essentially. And so the entire first volume is him fighting specifically with Loki, and then we get into the second volume, and that's when Thanos shows up, and some interesting twists and turns there. And Iron Man shows up, and the Hulk and Captain America shows up, which is actually quite funny to see Captain America in a manga with Deadpool, and they're allowed to be a little bit more explicit in the manga, so to speak. So it's quite funny, and something I think that as a comic book fan, you'll really appreciate that. And then if you've never read a manga before, this is a super easy entryway into that if it's something that's ever interested you, because you have a lot of familiarity with the characters. And like I said, the two new characters, the spider character, basically it's just one big ripoff of Peter Parker, which is the big joke in the book, as well as the symbiote character, you know, basically his Venom, even makes the joke a couple of times, and you might even get a Venom pool showing up in the manga. So let's take a look into the artwork, show you guys what it looks like, so that you can decide if something you might want to pick up yourself. So again, right off the bat, here's Deadpool, and it has 7 total chapters plus a bonus manga at the end. And again, it's black and white. You read it right to left. The manga isn't in this art style the whole time, but again, this is how incredible a lot of these artists are, right? So super, super neat there. I'm not going to show every single page. Really, I want to highlight some of the best scenes, right? Some of the best artwork, so you guys can kind of see. You know, you start off with a ton of blood and guts. He's cutting people's hands off. You know, he's getting stabbed or arm put through him, and that's awesome. I mean, look at those spreads, absolutely incredible. And look at these, you know, Iron Man in here, hilarious, right? And the whole time you're getting Deadpool quips, you're getting everything. Certain spider character there, and then here we go, Deadpool's in Japan, he's meeting some folks, and there is our new spider character. So she's very interesting. I think about 1,000 times Deadpool is yelling about great power and great responsibility. Super cool there, cutting the cake. Again, super deep. Now, the way they draw faces is significantly different than, you know, in comics. So it is a little bit different, but that is Loki. This one was very interesting. If you know about Demon Slayer, yeah, there's Deadpool as one of the Demon Slayer characters. Loki again, Loki, and then we get a Venom character, which is interesting. Again, some really neat artwork. Look how nice that is, black and white. Look how incredible. I mean, that artwork is truly amazing. And some more of the Venom, character, or symbiote character, I should say. Super cool, super cool. But look how, I mean, the detail here. Absolutely incredible. All right, and then look at that. And what's funny is they talk about how much ink was just used. You know, hilarious, right? And then again, more death. You know, they do not censor anything in manga like this. And again, more Spider-Man. So that's some really cool stuff there in Deadpool. Some of the cool shots from Deadpool Volume 1. Let's look at Volume 2. I'm Venom Pool. Oh, I mean Cage Pool, because the new Venom character is Cage. But again, you know, they're super quippy, the whole book, super hilarious, more amazing artwork. I mean, look at that. Now, they do draw Thanos a little odd. That's Thanos right there. Very interesting. But it is what it is. And I'm trying not to highlight anything that's going to spoil anything. But again, it's super cool. Chimichangas, of course. If you enjoyed the Deadpool movies, you're going to love this. And look, here we go. They drew it in manga and comic book style. So that's super cool. So now you're reading this page left to right. I thought that was incredible artwork. Again, all black and white. Let's see. You have Captain America now, Iron Man. I mean, look at that. That's awesome. I truly do appreciate how hard they worked. And I really hope we do get some additional volumes. I think this is kind of the last planned ones, but it is super neat. Thor as a manga character there with Loki. And then we get a secondary Deadpool character. Let's see if I can find it. There we go, two of them. You get the Hulk, and there's your manga bonus story back here. So really interesting overall. Some more Spider-Man. What's pretty cool about Spider-Man is I'd love to see a Spider-Man manga, especially with his history in Japan, really. So, and there we go. Thank you, goodbye. A little afterwards, forwards, that kind of thing. What's funny to me is the special thanks, CB Cebulski. If you know, you know. That's what makes it so funny about this Japanese manga and then him having a part in it. All right, so that is it, guys. 2 volumes, Deadpool manga. They're $9.99 each, but if you buy them from your local comic shop, you generally will still get your discount. At least that's what I did at mine, or places like Right Stuff Anime, things like that. These should be readily available just about anywhere. Super, super quick reads, and I can't highly recommend them enough. So definitely check them out. Deadpool manga volume 1 and 2, super awesome. Guys, as always, collect your way.